No, not today. Shit happens. Okay. And we're actually on time for once. Ain't that just crazy? We're actually starting the stream on time tonight. Then get ready for what's gonna happen tonight. There is something that I have to do. There we go. I'm gonna make that the pinned comment. Boom. Do I think Ultra Gogeta will be in the next Ultra banner? Honestly, I don't know. I expected him to be on this one, so I can't even say anything now. I expected him to be on this Ultra banner. Well, we haven't started yet. I was watching some disturbing shit before I started the stream. More just videos talking about disturbing shit. And I just had this realization. Very little actually phases me. Like, the very little actually phases me. I've seen so much nonsense. I've read about so much. Like, if most people had seen half the shit I've seen in my life, they'd be in a fucking mental institution. They'd go fucking crazy. And just none of it really affects me. I've been searched and looked at shit from the ... or dash search results on YouTube. Yes, I have seen 3 guys, 1 hammer. In fact, I've had to sit through it multiple times. First time was when a friend wanted to show it to me, but he couldn't get through it. Second time was when I found it on my own so I could see the end of it. And the third time was when someone was curious about it and I showed it to them. So I've seen it 3 fucking times. Oh shit. I mean, they didn't exactly enjoy the video. They did not exactly enjoy the viewing experience, but I wouldn't say it scarred them. I mean, I did a whole fucking, like, 20-minute discussion about one man, one ice pick a few weeks ago. Couple months, like 2 months, like a month, 2 months ago. So the reason why YouTube doesn't get rid of it is because the whole point in those search titles existing is to avoid being detected by YouTube's algorithm. $40K is probably enough, yeah. The only way for YouTube to find it is if people manually report it. It's literally impossible for YouTube's system to find it. People have to... It has to be manually reported in mass in order for YouTube to actually find what needs to be taken down. Because, again, the purpose of those fucking ridiculous titles is for them to not be detected by YouTube's bot. My chair is scraping the side of my I gotta move my chair up. Ooh. Scraping the side of my table. Would rather not. What the fuck is that? But yeah, I've just seen too much, I guess. Nothing really phases me anymore, so if we can actually manage to find something that can actually, you know, make me feel something, I don't think that's a good thing, honestly. In fact, I would argue if we actually manage to find something that actually affects me, that would be an extremely terrible thing. Oh, you see, I don't fucking watch Minecraft YouTubers. Basically, the point of this stream is to get spooked. And we're gonna start our journey off by seeing if YouTube list videos or discussion videos can point me in the direction of anything that I think might actually affect me in some way. Yeah, you probably would have a good life not knowing what it is. We'll probably end up talking about it at some point, though. I mean, like, seriously, like, obviously, viewer discretion. I mean, I won't be showing anything, as the fucking pinned comment says. The streams are gonna remain what they normally are. You'll just be looking at me the whole goddamn time. But, um, I'll still be talking about everything that I look at. So. See, I only know Dream because of the speedrunning controversy that happened, what was it, like a year ago or some bullshit? 1 year, 2 years ago? I don't fucking remember. Time moves fast when you don't really give a fuck. This is the only reason I even know who Dream is. But we should probably get started, I suppose. About 13 minutes in, I guess we can get started. I don't really know where to start. That's the issue. Like, I don't want to just look up disturbing shit on YouTube because I'm just gonna get a bunch of tame bullshit that I've seen 10,000 times or I know for a fact won't affect me in any way. But I guess we gotta start somewhere, right? Gotta start somewhere. So this not disturbed. This is not a album review. See, I don't. The problem is, I know I'm just gonna end up getting clickbaited by fucking creepy ass thumbnails. Who the hell is Bimbos? Guess I'll look that up. Think I found it. You said a cat. What was I supposed to find here? And there's this, I found a strange YouTube channel and this the Russian brick video. Everything else is just Mr. Incredible becomes canny videos. I guess we'll take a look at this. Hold up, we're gonna play it on the TV over here. Ugh. I'm gonna do all of my searching on the phone and all of my watching over here.
You know for a fact there's a lot worse footage and audio that plague the depths of the internet. But has such a profound and
Yeah,
lingering effect on the
it's
average
oddly
viewer.
popular in Dokkan and
This
Legends.
edit
I don't know
completely
why.
lacks the visual context of the victim. And what I mean by that is, well, all we're given is what starts as shock, a shattered mind, a cry of a desperate husband, and the gradual realization and sinking feeling that this will be the last time he ever sees his wife, or whatever remains of her.
Do you actually show the video? Because if not, I'm gonna have to look it up myself.
Since the brick, once it smashed through the windshield, it slightly altered its velocity, so it went directly towards her right temple. Now, as some of you might be aware, the temple on a developed human skull is the softest and most brittle part of the skull. So it wasn't a matter of the brick causing a dent or anything, but rather a bloody and gruesome embedding of the brick directly into her brain. So even when we understand the context of the video, we still lack any visual aid or cues that help build the image.
Let me look it
So
up.
we're sort of left to our imagination, and that's the scary element of the video. The cries of the father mixed with how relatable a car journey is, and your imagination beginning to piece together what just happened. Well, let's just say that's the precise formula of an effective horror
I can
movie.
find this shit on YouTube,
So,
bruh.
given that I am probably on the spectrum of insanity, I did do some digging and I found a lot more information concerning the video. I have the full video, which will be clipped to the end of this, plus a link in the description for you guys that want to see the video and the provider for itself.
Oh,
I
perfect.
also have the exact coordinates of the incident. Now, typing in these exact coordinates will give you the exact road the incident actually occurred, which happened to be between the highway of Azov and Stalinska in the Rostov region of Russia. Now, the reports of the emergency services say that in the driver's seat was, of course, the husband. The victim, or the wife, was a 29-year-old Olga Gaykovich, and there was also a family in the rear which also had a child, witnesses. Now, given the distance these guys were from home, which was around 1,250 miles, we can assume that they were on vacation. Olga received a severe open craniocerebral injury. Now, the blow was on her right temple, and in minor cases, this usually would lead to some tissue damage and a minor loss in motor function. Now, this is very context dependent, but instantaneous fatal brain damage usually leads to motor spasms. So it's likely her major muscle groups were contracting, giving the somewhat illusion that she was, in fact, responsive. Now, given the spontaneity of the tragedy and the shock it induced to everyone within the car, the first action they took, like many of us would, was to check whether she was at all responsive. Now, this is really context dependent, but instantaneous fatal brain damage usually leads to motor spasms. So it's really likely her major muscle groups were contracting, giving the somewhat illusion that she was
Didn't you just say
indeed
that? What the fuck?
responsive. But given the blood flow was still ongoing, quickly the scenario became bloody, and in parallel, grief began to take hold. Olga was taken to the Azov Central District Hospital and was categorized as having severe open craniocerebral injury. Now, I don't think it comes at any shock to say that she died 2 hours later. So the transport
It
vehicle
just
was in fact
just makes me
and
feel it
was the driver, and he didn't even notice that
physically,
his
like
wheel
just in my temple.
simply drove on. Police
You just
officers
get that like
defined that
tingly
as the
feeling
driver
in
is
whatever
and the
like
crazy
portion of the
vehicle
body
crash.
that they may be talking
But
about.
perhaps we're
It's
talking about
cringy, but
the
doesn't
negligence of
disturb
the
me in any
driver,
way.
a resident of
It's more of a
Azov,
cringy
who did
feeling,
not
an
provide
actual
reliable
cringe,
passage
not
of the transported
internet
cargo.
cringe,
Now, this
but
part is
actual
purely
cringe.
speculation, but given that
Just,
the brick hit the right
oh,
temple of her skull and the parietal lobe is responsible for pain receptors, it is quite possible that if some of that brain matter remained, and given that she survived a couple hours after the incident, it's possible she felt quite severe and prolonged pain. But also, given that the brick did hit the same region where the frontal lobe is, where decision making is responsible, it's very likely likely died in agonizing pain, but throughout that period of suffering, she had no way of communicating.
Eh. Nothing.
Documentary series.
Alright, well, how about this? I found a strange YouTube channel.
Research on it, I was sort of going down a rabbit hole, and I just thought, why not just make an entire new video about it, because it really got my interest. Now, the video I'm about to play, it led me to
Oh,
research-
perfect. Channel link. Oh, please. Just a bunch of disturbing looking shorts that are obviously fake. Nah. To the uninitiated, I mean, they look like they would be quite disturbing. So, to the uninitiated, yeah, those would probably scare the shit out of somebody, but I'm not even going to waste my time with it. I don't think there's anything that could keep me up at night. Genuinely, I don't think there's anything you could ever show me, tell me about, have me listen to. I don't think there's anything that could keep me up at night. Like maybe there's something in this world where I watch it or listen to it or whatever, and I go to bed thinking about it and like, damn, shit, fuck me the fuck up. But that's pretty much it. Maybe it'll give me one good nightmare since my brain loves giving me both random and consistent nightmares. Like I said, all that video did was just have me going to sleep like, god damn. But I went to bed perfectly fine and haven't thought about it until today, so I wouldn't say that video truly affected me. It was disturbing in the moment, but I very quickly got over it. But especially after seeing that, like what is there what is there left for me to see that would genuinely disturb me that isn't on the fucking dark web? Because I'm not going into the dark web. I enjoy having my peace and security. And I would rather not. I love how when I searched the word disturbing, my stream came up if I scrolled down hard enough, long enough. What the fuck? What the fuck is this? Okay then. Hmm. It wouldn't disturb me. Just looking at it, knowing what it is, I'd just be like, that's one fucked up person, but I would still like it would anger me. It wouldn't disturb me. It wouldn't scare me. It would anger me. Like I would just be more angry at the person doing it rather than being disturbed at what I'm actually looking at. So, even that won't get to me in any significant way. Again, apart from just pissing me off. Hmm. Gotta find something. Hmm. I've seen plenty of TV hijacks. That's not gonna really affect me. I think I ran out of videos on this channel. Icebergs take so long to get to the good part. But I suppose we can do this darkest TikTok iceberg, number 3. At least this video is segmented, so I can just choose which portion of the video I want to go to. Right. Back the hell up.
The final tier.
Alright. Let's see what this TikTok iceberg has for us.
Jonathan G is Jonathan Melindo. I don't want to say.
I mean, I don't know shit about TikTok icebergs. I won't know about any of it.
Whenever you say his name, that's why we're gonna go with Jonathan G. You guys most likely have heard of this, but let's keep talking about it. Jonathan G was a TikTok account that appeared in 2020, but the original account has since been banned. To understand exactly who and what Jonathan G is, first we have to go back to 2016 and inform ourselves about the Blue Whale Challenge. The Blue Whale Challenge began in Russia and was basically this game where anonymous users on the internet would manipulate young teenagers into themselves. The challenge would last for 50 days and you were supposed to do one challenge a day. The last challenge involved jumping off of a high building. It is believed that Rina Palenkova was the first victim of this horrible game. We spoke briefly about her in part 2. This happened again in 2019 with the infamous Momo picture, which I can't show or else this video would get demonetized.
Alright, looking it up. I'm gonna find this Momo picture. Oh, it's that creepy ass thing. Whoops. Oh yeah, I remember this thing got banned from YouTube. Huh. Yeah, that thing got banned from YouTube for I don't even know why, but it did.
YouTube does not like this image because of just how controversial and popular it became and the negative connotation it carried with it. Then, in 2020, the same type of challenge returned, but in the form of Jonathan G. So, where was the first sighting? Apparently, the first sighting of any of these accounts was on TikTok, going under the username @JonathanG54. Eventually, more and more people began adopting this Jonathan G persona. These people would message others on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and Discord, and force them to play their game. Yes, this game involved harming yourself and eventually committing. If you're wondering how these anonymous people were able to convince these young teens into doing these horrible actions, it's because they would threaten to dox, which means find your address, kill your entire family, and do other disgusting things. Usually, they would send a link, and if the victim clicks that link, their IP address is leaked. Then, all the Jonathan G accounts would have to do is copy and paste that into an IP address finder, and boom, he has enough to scare a kid with. So now that we all know this is just Blue Whale 3, who...
You dumb as hell. You dumb as... Oh.
Is the real Jonathan G, and who is the person in the images? Well, the origins of the name can cannot be traced back to anyone. I'm assuming it's just a random name someone came up with and everyone else just rolled with it. But the person in the images is Samuel Kanini, aka Dusky Sam. He wrote on Twitter, "Hello everyone. This Jonathan G madness seems to be terrorizing a great many young, impressionable people. The photos and videos are mine from 2012 to 2013. They were for my own amusement then, not for some modern day thrill seeker looking to scare and bully people. If you get some message from anyone starting up some game, do not engage with them. Do not let them into your life. This world has enough real problems, and suffering or dying for someone's cheap pleasure should not be one of them." Sadly, this game and all the other versions of it have resulted in a lot of kids committing. I read this one about this 11-year-old boy in Italy, and he left a note on his tablet, like his final message, and that read, "I love you, Mom and Dad. Now I have to follow the man in the black hood. I have no more time. Forgive me." I just can't believe people are out there trying to manipulate kids into doing this. Just why? Because it's fun? Because it's cool? Like, if it makes you guys feel any better, people actually were caught trying to be this Jonathan G character, and they were sent off to prison.
Nothing. More just pisses me off.
Hello everyone, I'm Cam, aka True Crime Cam on TikTok. I also have a YouTube channel if you want to subscribe. I would love you forever. And I also want to say thank you to Tov for inviting me to collab on this video. You're awesome. Okay, let's get into it. Let's talk about John Ferry, aka the founder and CEO of John's Bones. I'm sure a lot of you have seen this guy on your TikTok For You page at least once.
Nope,
If you have
never.
seen him, you would remember because he has a massive collection of human bones. He's come under scrutiny recently
I've never heard of this guy before.
because people are questioning if his business and the way he treats the remains are ethical. John told Mashable this in an email referring to his business. Quote, "These pieces are not decoration. They are teaching tools and serve a very important purpose. This is a very hypocritical statement considering John has dressed up these human remains and let his cats play with them like toys."
How to tell the difference between a male and female skeleton? By fisting. We drove to buy a real human skeleton. Think about the question of where do I get them from? Even if I were to thoroughly explain it, it doesn't matter to 99% of you because you won't do anything with that information. And the second thing is it's kind of like going to your weed dealer and being like, where do you get your weed from?
I first want to point out that John is not an osteologist, which is a trained professional who critically analyzes and evaluates remains to determine where they came from, how old they are, etc. People have stated that if he tried to get into this field, they would shut him down as soon as they saw his TikTok. John is just a designer, a rich guy in New York City that started his business with the help of his parents. John buys his remains from old medical collections or bone traffickers, then sells them back to the public under the guise of making the study of bones and human anatomy accessible. Anyone could buy these human remains and do whatever they want with them. You could close out this YouTube video right now and go buy some human bones. That is if you have the thousands of dollars to spare. There's also absolutely no way to know if these bones were collected ethically. I mean, if someone really donated their body to science, do you think they want to be hung in some random New Yorker's apartment but on TikTok? So the even darker side of this practice is the history of colonizers grave robbing indigenous people and stealing their bodies for, quote, scientific collections. At one point, John listed for sale the skull of a Sami person. The description of the skull also included a slur in reference to the group. Once people found out, he quickly removed it from his website and didn't address it. To give some background, Sami people were routinely collected during the 19th and 20th centuries through grave robberies, excavations, and trade, none of which the Sami people agreed to nor wanted. Specifically, during the 1950s, 25 skulls were exhumed and examined to test racial theories. It wasn't until August of 2019 the Swedish history...
Ugh, enough.
Gemini, corrected. Okay, so in part 2, I spoke about Gemini and Daniel Larson. I got some backlash for my bad research from a very serious Papa Gut. We spoke in DMs and I even popped into his stream and we had a very nice, wholesome conversation about the topics that I messed up on. It was extremely nice when educating me on both situations, but today we will only be talking about the Gemini situation, not the Daniel Larson one. Reason being, I was planning on talking about both Gemini and Daniel Larson and correcting both, but Daniel Larson, or at least I think it's him, left this disturbing comment under Papa Gut's video, which made me say, you know what, I'm not sticking my head any further down this rabbit hole. I spoke to
Shit, I'll do it.
He agreed that that situation is just kind of getting out of hand at this point. So if you guys want to know more about that specific situation, make sure to go to Papa Gut's channel.
I feel like I've heard the name Daniel Larson before, but
Back to the Gemini situation. In part 2, it seemed like I almost downplayed the Gemini situation. By the way, if you guys go back to the video is updated. Those 2 segments are actually trimmed out of the video. It seemed like I downplayed the situation, which is something I would never want to do. I mean, we're talking about the R word here. I would never want to downplay that. I was telling Papa Gut in the stream that those were not my intentions at all. Like, I was not doing this with ill intent, you know? Anyway, I went on Papa Gut's Twitch stream. As I was saying, he was educating me on both situations, but I would like to share with you guys some notes that I took while learning about all the horrible things Gemini has done. So first off, I want to say that Papa Gut was actually one of the people that really pushed for Gemini's termination of all of social media. And judging from Papa Gut's uploads, it seems these stories I'm about to tell you happened in 2020, or were at least revealed in 2020. These stories are not in chronological order, but they are all true. Trust me, I tried finding it in chronological order, but wow, there is a lot to cover here. So I'm going to give you guys my main bullet points. Gemini registers as a minor on Yubo to talk to other minors. This isn't necessarily illegal, but the implications of this are very odd. Gemini has sex with a 15-year-old not knowing she was 15, and him being 19. Then Snapchat screenshots came out revealing that when he did find out, he still wanted to have phone sex. And him having sex with a 15-year-old is still illegal. Like, that's extremely illegal and irresponsible. As influencers, we're supposed to make sure that the people we carry conversations with on the internet are over 18. Gemini was an RA in a college dorm and would be
I think that 4-year rule only applies if the person is at the age of consent, which is 16. Okay, never mind.
creepy and break into girls' dorms, sit on their beds, and wait for them to come home. This resulted in Gemini being kicked from the school due to sexual battery. Papa Gut says he received this info from the girls at the college. A girl came out with a story about Gemini in which she showed images of her bruised body and claimed that she was drunk, so Gemini took advantage of this, drove her home, and R-worded her. I in no way meant to downplay the situation when I first talked about it, and I'm sorry to anyone if it seemed like I was downplaying the situation. It was all my fault. It was just bad research on my part. Gemini has since returned to Instagram as ZZER_00, where he took the religious route and got every chance he gets, and tip him or buy a cameo from him.
This nigga found Jesus.
Why? So yeah, this Gemini dude is disgusting.
Rapes someone and then he finds Jesus.
Or tip him. It's absolutely disgusting. And again, thank you to Papa Gut for educating me on this subject.
Yup.
Victor says
Yup.
the killer that TikTok users found and caught. So on February 23rd of this year, Daisy De La O was fatally stabbed outside her parents' home by her
I've got to be like all like this because I can't
Her body was
can't
discovered
move
by
over
the
here.
manager, covered by a roll of carpet. Victor was a suspect in the
Why don't I just point the fucking camera at the TV? I don't know.
Decided that they weren't going to sit by and wait for authorities to act, so they launched an investigation of their own with the help of TikTok. They posted videos and images of Daisy, shared her story.
That would be nice if they finally updated that damn shop.
They used the hashtag Justice for Daisy. Luckily, the videos landed on the right For You pages, and tips started rushing in. Victor Sosa had been spotted working at a bar in Mexico.
Hold up.
The person who sent this tip in said that Victor had been working at this bar for weeks and was living his best life like nothing ever happened. The tips were confirmed by authorities, and Victor was arrested on July 2nd. He was transported back to LA.
Damn it.
and pleaded not
Hold up.
guilty to the murder of Daisy. Daisy had ended her relationship with Victor just weeks before her murder because he had allegedly been abusing her. Victor then texted her, convinced her to commit
Goodbye.
suicide, and that was the last time she heard herself with
ha.
her family. Daisy's mother, Susanna,
Boom.
told the media this, quote, "He took a part of my soul and I can never get it back until I reunite with her again. I hope he remembers my daughter's face every single minute of his life. I hope he rots in jail and never hurts anybody else." Susanna wants justice for her daughter.
I'm trying to move this thing. It's embedded into the carpet. Oh god. This is not meant to move. Ah, tits.
www.thehotline.org for support.
Benadryl challenge.
Damn it.
In 2020, a new trend surfaced on TikTok, that being the Benadryl challenge. Benadryl is an over-the-counter drug that anyone of any age can buy. It's used to help relieve symptoms of hay fever, other allergies, and the common cold, as well as itchy skin due to insect bites. Teens began taking more than they were supposed to to experience the high. Overdosing on Benadryl can lead to abnormal heart rhythms, hallucinations, seizures, and even death. So the typical dosage for Benadryl is 25 to 50 milligrams. These teens were taking 12 times more the expected amount and taking
the hell?
300 to 500 milligrams. A teenager in Oklahoma died from this challenge, and several other teens were hospitalized.
An unthinkable tragedy. An Oklahoma teenager dies as a result of the latest TikTok challenge. The challenge is also blamed for the hospitalization of at least 3 teenagers in Texas earlier this year, while young people...
Now, I couldn't find any of these TikToks, probably because they were all taken down, but even if I did, I wouldn't be able to show you guys. If any of these trends come back, like me try to make a comeback, please, guys, don't let this happen. For the love of God, don't overdose on drugs, and then record yourself, and then end up getting hospitalized. It's one of the dumbest things you can do.
There we go. Now I can actually just watch the shit, and y'all can watch it with me.
This challenge has been referred to as the blackout challenge, choking, even though this is public information, because this child is so young, I'm going to be referring to him as Junior. In June of this year, a young boy was found unresponsive in his room with a belt around his neck. His family rushed him to the hospital where he was pronounced deceased. In an interview, Junior's family said, quote, "It wasn't until later on that we found out there was some type of video on TikTok letting kids know how to strangle yourself. But he's 7 years old, so how is he going to get out of it?" A spokesperson from TikTok has since said that the challenge has been banned from the platform. Junior's family encouraged parents to block various social media sites and educate themselves about what could be lurking behind their kids' screen. The effect of TikTok's blackout challenge reached far beyond the United States. In January of this year, Italian authorities launched an investigation into the death of a 10-year-old girl who participated in the challenge.
Fuck it.
By her younger sister. Authorities then seized the young girl.
Fuck it.
In an interview, the girl's family said, quote, "We didn't
Can
know
I
she was
just
participating in this game. We knew that
fix
she would
the
on TikTok
goddamn-
to look at
Oh,
videos
this is the
of
darkest it
involved
gets.
in this atrocity." Italy's data protection agency
Oh.
filed a lawsuit against TikTok in December of 2020. This lawsuit
Shit.
alleges a quote lack of attention to the protection of minors. And it
That's as
criticizes
dark as it
TikTok's
gets.
protection
Ain't that
of
unfortunate?
Sign up and use the app. These are just 2 of the several kids that have passed away after
She's
participating
so
in
goddamn white,
TikTok trend.
and it may.
This begs the question, what dangerous TikTok challenge is going to trend next? And is TikTok even going to stop it in time, or is it going to take the lives of more kids?
You know what? You don't have to be able to watch it properly. The point is to find something that I can do more research on.
Many of you were telling me in the comments that the woman in the video is a woman by the name of Marilyn Stanley. At first, I thought so too, but after more research, these 2 cases are actually completely separate. These are not the same people. The Marilyn Stanley case took place in Kentucky in 2017, and she was not recorded by anyone. The story goes that this woman was in an abusive relationship with her then boyfriend.
I feel like it would work a lot better if I had this off, right?
He threatened to kill her if she tried. Eventually, she was
Like, does that actually do it? That did fuck all.
sobbed and said, "Why are you doing this?" And he said it was because of a Facebook post. She was tagged in a post by some random guy, and Zachary ended up seeing that. But the guy wasn't so random. Marilyn actually went to the park with her son and her female friend. That random guy just so happened to be a friend of her female friend, and then he just came up saying hi, you know. I guess they ended up taking a group picture where then he tagged her. He dragged her to his bedroom and continued beating her. Then his pit bull came and bit half of Marilyn's ear off. She blacked out and woke up to Zachary smirking, and he said, "Look at you. You're bald. Now nobody's gonna want you. Go look at yourself in the mirror." She describes going to the mirror, but, you know, only seeing her bloody head. Didn't think much of it at the time. I mean, adrenaline.
Alright. Well, fucking darkness.
And this dude had the audacity to drop her off at her mom's house so her mom could see her, and then he just drove off. So then her mom drove her to the hospital.
Darkness.
And Zachary, he ended up blaming the scalping on his dog, but detectives were able to find out that the knife he used had scalp on it. So it was obviously him that did that to her to make sure that she wouldn't be able to find a boyfriend in the future. And sadly, the pit bull was euthanized. This idiot ended up getting 20 years in prison, which, bro, honestly, I think we can all agree deserves a lot more. And
Yeah.
sadly, Marilyn has to wear wigs now since she cannot grow hair on the top of her head anymore.
TikTok helped identify an Appalachian Trail killer. On April 29th, 2019, TikTok user Taylor, aka @FlowersDon'tGrow, went camping with her boyfriend at Fall Creek Falls in Tennessee. Taylor was just 5 months pregnant at the time and expected her boyfriend Chris to propose, so she heavily documented their trip. The morning after they arrived, most of the nearby campers left and they were left isolated on the campgrounds. That night they heard a large boom and went to investigate. And in
Why would you? No, no. See, that's where you fucked up. That's where you fucked up right there. You heard a large boom and you went to investigate. When you hear a large boom, you go in the opposite direction. All right, you go in the opposite direction of that boom. What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you? Y'all never lived in a black neighborhood before? You don't go towards the booms. You go away from them. Y'all never lived in a non-gated community? What the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you go towards the boom? That's, you know what? Yeah, fuck, that's your own goddamn fault. That's your goddamn fault.
A half a mile away. They just went over and made sure that everyone was okay, and after police arrived, they made their trek back to their campsite. Ahead of them, they saw a man with a flashlight sprinting to the bathroom. They joked about it and assumed that this guy just really had to use the bathroom. However, instead of going into the bathroom, he just stopped, turned around, and started staring at the couple. He then said, quote, "Wow, you guys are fast." Chris thought he was referring to how quickly they got to the crash, and responded that they just wanted to make sure that everyone was safe. At this point, Taylor and Chris were just really confused and wondering why this creepy man had a weird smile across his face. They wanted to get out of the situation, so they just said they had to get back to their campsite because police were waiting there for a statement from them. They attempted to walk past him, but the man just kept moving towards them and playing with something in his hoodie pocket. This is where things got really scary and intense for them. The man said, quote, "Car accident? It got me thinking about when I was hiking and past these flowers. I stopped as they were beautiful and I heard deep growls and it scared me. And it made me think, you never know what day is going to be your last." This is when Taylor finally saw the outline of what the man was playing with in his pocket. It was a knife. She told Chris to run and screamed, quote, "Flowers don't growl," hence her TikTok name. She and her boyfriend took off and the man started chasing them. They ran back to the crash site where luckily officers were still on the scene. The man must have been scared by the police lights because he just eventually wandered off and faded into the darkness. An officer accompanied them back to their campsite so they could gather their belongings and get the heck out of there. A whole year went by and there was no word from authorities on who this mysterious man was and why he tried to kill them. So Taylor went to TikTok to post her story and share her terrifying experience. Her videos went viral, and Taylor learned not only the identity of the man, but the fact that he had killed someone just 2 weeks after they had crossed paths. A month after Taylor and Chris's scare in May of 2019, Ronald S. Sanchez Jr. hiked the Appalachian Trail. On the 10th, just 2 weeks after Taylor and Chris were nearly killed, Ronald made it to Southwest Virginia. This is where Ronald ran into the man that attempted to murder Taylor and Chris, who was later identified as James L. Jordan. Ronald managed to send an
James L. Jordan. Sounds like a DC character.
emergency signal via his GPS device just before James Jordan fatally stabbed him. A Canadian woman nearby was also stabbed and managed to survive.
Why is my TV currently strobe lighting?
The other hikers and made a 6-mile
Why is my TV strobe lighting right now? What the hell?
was found not guilty by reason of insanity.
Yeah, of course he was.
Devious lip trend. The devious
Don't fuck off with your devious lip. Fuck you. Darkest TikTok challenge. A bunch of dumbass kids stealing shit. Alright, fuck off.
A Brazilian TikToker who goes by Freya conspired with 2 friends to kill a girl. I'm really sorry if I slaughtered the pronunciation of any of these names in this story. 19-year-old Raíssa Borges wanted to know if she was a psychopath. To test this theory, she conspired with 18-year-old Freya and 22-year-old...
Why would you want to... What? Hold up. She wanted to know if she was a psychopath? What? I'm pretty sure that information would reveal itself to you. I'm pretty sure when you have to ask the question, am I a psychopath, that pretty much confirms that you are a psychopath. Because why would you need to ask that question anyway? The answer is either no or yes. There is no I don't know. If your answer is I don't know, I'm well aware of what the Devious Licks challenge was. That's why I skipped it and why it shouldn't be in a darkest TikTok challenge.
Jefferson to kill a petite person that couldn't
Their
fight back.
darkest
They made a
TikTok.
list of 3
What was it?
possible victims of
Iceberg.
on 18-year-old Ariane Mariana de Oliveira. On August 24th, the group invited Ariane into the woods to hang out. Ariane texted her mom that she was hanging out with friends and she'd be coming home shortly. However, Ariane never returned home and her mother never saw her alive again. The group planned the murder in great detail beforehand. They decided that after they were all in the car, they would start playing a specific song about murder. During the song, one of the teens then snapped their fingers, and that was the cue for Hayasa to attack Ariane. Hayasa then started to strangle Ariane, but ultimately couldn't kill her alone. That's when Freya and Jefferson
Weak ass. Just put someone in a sleeper hold. Just put someone in the sleeper hold. A properly applied sleeper hold will knock somebody out in seconds, kill them in a matter of a minute.
dead. As Ariane passed out, they stabbed her 3 times to make sure that she was gone. The group then disposed of her body in the woods and fled. Ariane's body was discovered a week later on the 31st after reports of a foul odor came to authorities. On
Logan is the one that did that.
September 16th, authorities arrested Hayasa, Freya, and Jefferson, and this case is still ongoing.
If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like.
Disappointed. Let's try another one.
The tip of the iceberg, botting accounts. Like most social media, TikTok has a botting problem. Users that want followers can easily look up how to buy a TikTok follower on Google and be met instantly with millions of results.
Because views. That's all he cared about back then.
Non-ideal prices. Not only can you buy followers, but you can buy views, likes, and even comments. I don't know how lame that could be. Jail talk. Jail talk is a term used for inmates which have their cellular devices with them and make TikToks. These videos are for the most part innocent and wholesome, with the comment section usually joking about how they can escape. They're not hurting anybody, but there is a reason why they are in jail in the first place, which is why they are on this list at the tip of the iceberg. Fetishization of murderers. TikTok is a place for anyone with any.
This is gonna be a weak one, isn't it? I can't fucking see. Alright. I gotta try and crawl back into my hole over here without fucking anything up. Oh god. Oh. Transforming Future Gone would be an interesting one. Definitely, definitely. This is gonna be weak as hell, so I'm not even gonna bother. YouTube's Darkest Mysteries. Let's try that one.
The platform we all depend on to get our entertainment from. It was created on December 15th, 2005, and actually began as a dating/hookup site. Yeah, look it up.
Wait, I think I watched this earlier. Never mind. Huh. Reddit's most disturbing user. Sure.
How long does inject a local anesthetic subcutaneously, will the pain come back linearly or immediately after a certain time? How much would it hurt to have your penis cut off? Wait, what? Hey guys, my name is Tub, and today we'll
A
take
lot.
look at
It would hurt a lot to have your dick cut off. What the fuck? You're weird.
Reddit's most disturbing user. Hi. I don't know. I couldn't think of an intro for this video. Like I've said in my previous videos, I'm wearing a costume in every single video in October. Today we're going as Hobo. I'm just kidding. If only we had a really cool transition. Oh, look at that. I am Chucky today. Yes, got the full shirt. This isn't real, by the way. Like it's literally just a print on. I got scammed, bro. It was like $70 on Amazon. Anyway, I'd like to say that we now have a PO box. So if you guys want to send anything that you want, fan mail, fan art, if you guys make jewelry, if you guys have a brand, if you guys make merch.
How about no?
Page of the internet. A website where you can find pages known
Whoa!
as Reddits for just about anything.
That's just a pure white screen for you.
1.6 billion visits. Disturbing people is not something rare, but this case is worse than
It's fine because this is one of the ways you avoid getting copyrighted.
who made their account on December 25th, 2016, 5 years ago. Their first post is fairly normal, asking about North Korea and the US on r/askreddit. Keep this in mind because this is a recurring topic for this person. Their next post takes a turn for the worst. It's just the next post right after that. The innate truths behind the universe have been
Already tired, just cause I'm like I'm fucking bored, bruh. Fucking bored because nothing has made me feel some type of way. I need to dig deeper. I need to dig deeper into this rabbit hole. We need to bring out the big guns and find some truly fucked up shit. So that's exactly what I'm gonna search into Google. Truly fucked up shit. What's the most fucked up shit you can do that isn't illegal? Sure. Guess not. Guess Reddit wanted to crash my Chrome app. Alright. There we go. Let's see. You can start a cult. Huh. That's it? Okay. Okay. That you know what? That was underwhelming. 50 of the most disturbing, stomach-churning things that have happened on the internet. Let's go through it. Cannibalism, nothing. Once I was doing some Amazon shopping on my laptop. When my infant played with his toys, suddenly a deep, angry male voice cracked through the laptop speaker saying, "Stop ignoring me." Huh. Yeah, that's pretty. That would scare the shit out of me. If that happened to me, that would scare the ever living shit out of me. It would be time to go. It would be time to go. Nope, nope, not staying in that spot, not staying in that house. Nope, nope, time to leave. Time to go. I can't fucking see anything. I can't. Okay. I can't, I literally can't fucking see anything. Okay. I think last year, two guys live streamed killing another guy on Facebook. Yeah, everyone knows about that. One time, an old Tumblr blog used to have someone just kind of sent me my IP and home address in an anonymous ask. The only other text was prepare. Nothing ever happened, but it scared me real bad. Why would you wait there long enough to know if something happened? Again, I would have been out. I would have been out. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. I would have never been in that house again. 2016, playing League of Legends. Just pretty scary, right? You know what? Fine. I will give you that. I will give you that. Hold on. Okay. Where's the next one? There it is. There is an Instagram account that posts pictures of dead babies and failed births and videos of abusing children. Huh. Y'all know, y'all know what I'm thinking about doing, but I'm not gonna do. uh, Man, most of these are so tame, man. I was in a camp a few years ago, met this cute girl out of nowhere. She picked up her phone and found an online playlist on some kind of gore website. First video was a man exiting a burning car while screaming and his skin melting away. Second video was a woman drowning herself in a bathtub. Third video was a woman getting stabbed 5 times in the fucking face. Fourth video was a baby getting hit by a train. And the last video was of Russian roulette. Guarantee you half those videos are fake. Ugh. No. No. I saw a video of someone trying to recreate the human centipede. Bruh. Imagine if someone actually did that, though. I suppose if I ever saw that, it would probably fucking... I was playing COD and someone said my address. I mean, it's time to leave. It's time to leave. I've seen those types of things before. I'm not going to talk about it because I will most definitely get banned if I do. It's a hentai. But it's a specific thing that was being discussed. But I've actually seen that crap. Because again, I am driven to disturbing bullshit. And felt nothing from back then. Um... Hmm. Eh. Again, it's just another one of those situations where it's just fucking move. A lot of these scary situations could be avoided if you just leave. Mm. One time, my ex-girlfriend from middle school started sending me pictures of me doing everyday tasks like getting coffee or going to the library. It it would always say "Hey there" or "I see you" under it. Before this, I hadn't talked to her in 8 years, so it creeped me out. I never responded to them, and she just stopped sending them after 2 months. I still wonder if she is watching me sometimes. Pretty creepy. I'll give you that. Columbine fan fiction. Hmm. It's just weird. You're just fucking weird, bruh. A not safe for work website that claimed to be non nude celebrities. Turned out it was pictures of Princess Diana as her body was extracted from a car in Paris. Weird. Uh, a gift giving slash bug chaser forum. Tons of people who either wanted to give other people HIV or contract it. There are some people bragging about surprising someone post sex with the news that they were now infected. Yeah, fucking piece of shit. That's not disturbing. It's just you're a dickhead. You're just a fucking asshole. Ugh. Was attempting to download music videos and encountered a file that claimed it was an MP4 of a song. Download it and surprise, beheading video. I don't believe that. I once saw a video of a cartel torture slash execution thing where I thought they were just beheading a man that was skinned, but then it started moving and trying to make. Then he started moving and trying to make noise. Gave me a spook. Meh. Video of a little girl being stabbed to death. Yeah, that video was definitely fake. I promise you. This is a long one. Just some creepy bastard. Okay. A guy cut a hole in a chick's thigh and fucked it. Enough. Well then. I'm not getting anywhere though. Maybe instead of truly fucked up shit, I should type in truly disturbing shit. Truly disgusting shit. How about that? Because honestly, maybe disturbing isn't the way to go. Maybe disgusting is the way to go. Because maybe that actually gets me. You know what? Never mind. I'm not finding anything. Sure, 10 truly disgusting facts about ancient Roman life. People washed their mouths out with urine. That's pretty gross, but... You shared a sponge after pooping. A sponge for what? The wipe? Shit. Toilets regularly exploded. Toilets regularly exploded. Oh my god. Gladiator blood was used as medicine. Okay. Women rubbed dead skin cells of alligators on their faces. Pompeii was filled with obscene art. They had dicks everywhere. Dangerous places had drawings of penises for good luck. That's one weird looking dick in the far right. Romans held the first recorded mooning. Bruh. Romans vomited so they could keep eating. There were energy drinks made of goat shit. Was that it? Man. Yeah, you know what? Let's go for disturbing. Clearly disgusting. I found more comedy out of the disgusting one. Fix this goddamn. There we go. Ten most gruesome, disturbing, stomach churning moments. We'll see about that. What the fuck just happened? Where are the moments? Oh. What? Okay, I have no idea what just happened. Let me go on different websites. I don't really want to look at pictures of rashes. No, death row, what? Plane crash info, won't really care. Death date. Let's see how long your boy's gonna live. Calculate. Let's see how long your boy's gonna live. Shit. My short ass. I'm about 125, I think. Yes, to that. You don't get my whole last name, fuck you. Apparently I have 24 years and 29 days to live. I'm gonna die on April 24th, 2046. So that means I'm about 48% through my life right now. In this moment, I'm about 48% through my life. Ain't that some shit? A Columbine site. I've seen that before. Creepypasta is a bunch of fake stories. What's that? I'm bored. Well, we found out when I'm gonna die, so I guess something happened tonight. I don't know, man. I'm finding it a much greater challenge than I thought it would be to actually find some shit to even look at. I mean, I didn't intend on having this stream go for the full 4 hours because I anticipated wanting to stop at some point. But I kind of want this stream to go longer than 80 minutes. Shit. I mean, I expected to end it around the 2 to 3 hour mark, but shit. I thought we'd find something. We've pretty much found nothing that'd be even remotely interesting. Alright, who the hell is that? Oh, I know who this is. I've watched plenty of true horror stories. Most of them are, like, most of them are just like they're just tame shit. Most of it is just tame because YouTube algorithm. That's why it's so hard to actually try and find something that's actually interesting. Everything I can find normally is either shit I've already seen before or it's just not interesting in the slightest. Not for what I'm trying to do here anyway. I don't know. This isn't like necessarily horror. I'm not looking for something to scare me. I'm looking for something to make me feel uneasy in any way. It doesn't have to be fear. Horror implies fear. I'm not trying to feel fearful. I'm trying to feel any type of uneasiness. If I wanted horror, I'd just watch a horror movie that's actually good. I'm sure there's a horror movie that exists that can scare me. There's got to be one. There's got to be a single horror movie on this planet that can actually scare me. The Grudge freaked me out when I was younger, so I mean, maybe if I rewatched The Grudge today, maybe it would still freak me out. Be fair, The Grudge come out before or after The Ring? One of them is based off the other, but I don't know which one came out first. I want to say The Grudge came out first, like by like 1 year, like 1 or 2 years. I have no idea. It's like The Ring doesn't freak me out though. I watched that on a whim at like 2 o'clock in the morning. Mainly because you don't actually get to see a lot of the girl. Like, I like The Ring. I think it's a good movie, but you don't actually see a lot of the girl, so it's not actually scary. It's a fine movie, but it's not, I wouldn't exactly call it scary because you hardly ever see the girl. Nor does she really do much of anything throughout the story. I always found The Grudge 3 to be fucking hilarious. Like, it's not scary in the slightest. I've never seen 2. I've only ever seen 1 and 3. What shall we do? Maybe look up some dark web shit? Not myself. I mean, like, look up YouTube videos of people talking about it. 'Cause I'll be good and goddamned. See if I can't. Ugh. Okay. I think Freddy vs. Jason is a fun watch, but yeah, it's not exactly a good movie. I've seen every Chucky film, every Child's Play film. Dark web horror stories. Fucking luxury pranks. Honestly, I think this one video by them actually isn't that bad. I actually kind of like it. A little. It's not amazing, but I kind of like it. Finally got scared, did you? That's fucking 42 minutes long. Fuck it. Let's see. Let's see what this man does.
Hello, guys and gals. Me, Buddha Hart. Welcome to another episode of Deep Web Browsing, Dank Web Browsing, Dark Web Browsing. Part of the week where I end off my week with a lovely session of browsing the internet. And as always, there is no specific theme for today, but we do have a bunch of interesting places to go to.
Let's see what he does. Let's see what he does.
So while I end off my week, hopefully by the time we're watching this, your Sunday is going to be just as awesome as mine hopefully will be. That being said, let's go to the very first one. Psychological therapy and coaching. Oh my god. Like okay, you know, we see people killing each other all the time, like hitmen and shit. Now we've got, if you ever felt so mentally scarred, I guess, this is the site for you. You know, mentally scarred people, well, you can get psychological therapy right here on the Dank Web. So here, let's read it. In the deep web for everybody, psychotherapist Alice and John Doe. Isn't it like a default name and shit? I think like John Doe, like one of those like CIA names they use to like hide who they really are. Okay. You want to change? Are you facing a challenge and need support? Are you looking for psychological therapy? Then I invite you to take a look at my website and contact me. Here you can find information about my person and about my offers from the area
Something on my
of
shirt.
coaching and psychological therapy. This is just therapy. I'm actually like looking everywhere. I'm like, where are the AR-15s being sold? Oh, what the fuck? My offer: coaching, supervision, acute treatment, short-time therapy or long-time therapy, according to your individual.
No ordinary gamer is peak.
So what is this, like a fucking Skype session or something? Because you're on the deep web, right? Like, don't you want anonymity, or is this just like some thing you're posting up? I'll open up something else. About me. I'm an educated. I'll open that up. I'll open up therapy as everything. Here it is. About me. And my general therapeutic
Possibly.
transparency and respectful and resource-based attitude are very important for me. You have already taken many hurdles, and you are the expert of you own life.
Of you own life, bruh.
My own life. This is why it is an important part of my work to take your strengths and competences into account, and to help you rediscover them, or to make them more utilizable to you. Can I read?
Apparently not.
Based
Apparently
on
you
this, I
cannot.
wanted to explore the cognitive difficulties and try new thought and behavioral experiments. I work in methodological, psychological, therapeutical way. So there are several approaches flowing in, like schema therapy, systematic therapy, dialectical behavior therapy, acceptance and commitment therapy. I never did psychological class, so don't ask me. Okay, I was always in engineering college. This allows a wide range of creative options and varied individual treatment. My background. So psychological studies at a well-known university, MSc. Thank you.
I don't care about your psychological bullshit. He goes on for so long.
Granted, some necrophiliacs would screw roadkill if given the chance. Most of us are more discriminating. Oh man, their standards still doesn't like it. Your chances depend upon where you pick up your date. If you have access to a morgue, it would definitely be your best bet, as the corpses there are usually the freshest and have not been treated for burial. They may be a bit chilly because they've been lying in the meat locker for days, but that really should make a difference to the determined necrophiliac. Cemeteries are a bit harder to deal with, as finding a schoolable corpse is harder to do. However, if you know how to interpret signs, this shouldn't be a problem. If a grave consists of a mound of fresh dirt and is covered with flowers, chances are that the stiff hasn't been laid there for too long. Rotting flowers in the mound usually hint to the state of the corpse as well. Some people are exclusively into porking the sex with skeletons? Oh, come on. How is that even? How the fuck would you do that? It's like, it just...
How the fuck would you do that? Like, how, what do you do there? How do you have sex with a skeleton? What the fuck?
It's literally a skelly. Like, gee, how would you wouldn't even feel anything? There's nothing there. You in this case, you can dig up almost any grave and hope that the inhabitant hasn't yet disintegrated into dust. Try to scope out a fairly secluded cemetery for your passions unless you like a sense of danger to go along with the sex. Having anyone catch you in the act is not fun, and if you are picked up by a cop, chances are you won't be able to scoop anything but Bubba behind bars for the... I don't think anybody's gonna prison fuck you if they know you've been doing dead people. I guess you're probably carrying like the ultimate STD or something.
The ultimate
STD.
STD.
Understanding of the necrophiliac lifestyle. Yeah. You know, I don't like to kink shame people, but if you're fucking the dead, seek help. Don't do that. Number 3, preparation. Depending on where you are at this point, you'll either have a little or a lot of work to do. The person in the morgue will obviously have to do a little more than to open the locker, pull the corpse out, and bang away. If you're one of the cemetery people, you'll have more work to do. An experienced necrophiliac is always equipped with the bare essentials: a shovel, Vaseline, and a box of rubbers. Oh yeah, don't want to get that stiff pregnant, do you? Do you now?
I mean, Superman gets his ass kicked all the time, regardless of the continuity.
Get any better after the person dies. You can put on more than one rubber for extra protection. Oh no. But fucking a corpse without protection is just plain stupid unless you want to be in the next state for a necrophiliac. Yeah, you know,
He's not wrong. They're not wrong.
fucking cause of death on a tombstone. Like, just picture this for a second. You fucked a dead corpse and you didn't use protection. Like, holy crap, you are literally branded till the end of time.
Yup.
God, that is sad. If you're in a cemetery, try to drag the corpse out of the grave and behind a bush or to another secluded place. Pumping away in the grave may seem more convenient, but it is a severe disadvantage if you need to take off in a hurry. Sometimes the corpse is too fragile to be moved. In that case, make it fast. Or just break off the head, hand, or lower and take it with you for added convenience. Oh, this is just so sick to fucking read. Like, you know they made this just to be edgy and stuff, but it's just, ugh. Part 4, techniques. So now you got a stiff lying seductively in front of you, and you got no idea how to start. How you proceed...
Well, they call him a stiff.
Depends on what kind of person you are. Probably fucking depraved if you're in this situation. Now it's time to see how more depraved we're about to go. The corpse will last longer if you treat it gently and with care, but if you prefer to go all out, you'll probably receive greater satisfaction. There are many differences between screwing a live and dead person that one needs to be aware of. Firstly, a corpse will never tell you to get off of it if you're being a bit rough, and it will never complain no matter what kinky sexual practices you use it for.
I mean, yeah, but
I'm bleeding. I'm gonna throw up. Throwing a corpse is also much more predictable because you can raise an arm, leg, or whatever, and it'll be in that position when you reach for it again. Take the arms and gently lock them into an embrace behind your back, or spread the legs and make sex a bit easier. If you want a great blowjob and lubricate your stop it! I'm gonna skip that. Corpses can also be recycled if treated properly. Oh, we're going eco-friendly with this shit. If you're a proficient embowler, then you can keep a corpse for over 5 years that has been properly embalmed. That's free sex whenever you want it. You naturally don't want to be too rough with an embalmed corpse, as they are more fragile. One final advantage of screwing corpses is that they're always in abundance. Based upon your sexual preferences, you can designate a cemetery or a morgue as your territory and always find fresh partners to screw. Plus, you don't have to resort to cheesy pickup lines or spend all your money to get a date. Necrophilia is a passion which is cheaply satisfied. Goddamn. Okay, I hope this text file will encourage you to go out and try necrophilia. Don't fucking do it. Nobody here encourages necrophilia. God, no. If you think I'm not endorsing cocaine, you think I'm going to endorse you to fuck the dead? Hell no. Not many people.
I mean, they made some good points. Doesn't change the fact that you're a disgusting piece of shit!
People do it, but that's precisely what makes it so much fun. It makes you feel special. If no living person will touch you with a 10-foot pole, then try having sex with a corpse. Some of them are real beauties, and it's an experience you'll never forget. There's no greater experience for a virgin than having his or her virginity taken away by... Oh, God. Oh, you can't even say that. Oh, God damn, dude. Oh...
But if you had sex with a corpse, did you really have sex, though? Did you really do it?
Virgin who lost their V card to a dead person. That's so sick. Anyways, have fun, and if you have any experiences you'd like to share, by all means do. Maybe necrophilia will enter the mainstream because of your efforts. If necrophilia ever enters the mainstream.
Necrophilia ever enters the mainstream.
White prison gang identification task force. Alright, I love it.
What? White prison gangs gang identification task force? Nigga!
Like fucking racially charged gang website. But now it might be white prison gangs in name, but they've got black, white, Hispanic, bikers. I didn't know bikers were their own race, but okay.
Yeah, apparently bikers are their own race. Fuck it.
I don't know what prison gang is. I don't know how popular this is outside America, or I guess whatever, North America. I don't know if this is like a European thing as well, but over here, if you ever look at like gang culture and criminal organizations, like criminal gangs, a lot of them originate from, not all of them, but a lot of them originate actually from prisons themselves. So when you look at things like Mexican street gangs, right? I'm not listing Mexicans as their own thing, but like you look at like Mexican street gangs, right? Like I think it's like it's better to call it Latin street gangs because it comes from so many different parts in South America. They'll have like a big organization, and while you might see like kingpins and like gang bosses on the streets, sometimes you have a lot of the leadership come straight out of like a federal penitentiary. So you go to like one of the big like maximum security federal penitentiaries, and there are like leaders of like Hispanic gangs or white gangs, black gangs sitting inside there, Indian gang, any gang. I mean, let's not fucking look at race or anything like that right now. Street gangs will typically have their leadership in the prison, so like they'll smuggle a message out, and that message will reach like a shot caller or like a fucking kingpin or whatever the fuck you want to call it in the street itself, and they'll relay the message. So a lot of the times, leadership actually does exist in prison. I don't know how popular this is, but the idea of street gangs, prison gangs, well, street gangs are everywhere, but prison gangs exist outside of North America, right? But these are the Aryan Brotherhoods.
Pretty popular.
Which I believe are like one of the biggest street gangs out there. There was a 2004 survey which asked a prison respondent to identify the name of a white person gang. Table 1 represents the top 10 white prison gangs in America today. The ranking system here is based on the extent of the problem across jurisdiction. For example, it should come to no surprise to anyone familiar with the problem that the Aryan Brotherhood gang is listed as the #1 gang on this national list. The Aryan Brotherhood, or ABs, have been documented in all 50 states, and this dates back over a decade. So over here, they've got a bunch of gangs, right? They've got Aryan Brotherhood, Aryan Nations, Skinheads, Ku Klux Klans, Peckerwoods, which is Isn't it like a term for like a derogatory term for white? I don't know what it is. Aryan Circle, White Aryan Resistance, and by the way, you can't access any of these sites. Neo Nazis and the Dirty White Boys. Brotherhood. And then these are like the top 50 gangs like outside. So you got Simon City Royals, you got the Pagans MC, MC for Motorcycle Club, Frank doesn't know. Fourth Reich, Insane Gangster Disciples, European Kindred, Aryan Warriors, White Pride, World Church of the Creator. That sounds like a fucking cult rather than if I read World Church of the Creator, my first thought wouldn't be white prison gang. What the fuck? Texas Mafia, Sons of Silence, MC. Okay, so you can definitely see that a lot of these white gangs are pretty racially oriented, as all gangs are. You know what I mean? Contrary to what like fucking CNN or like half the mainstream media will tell you, you go to a prison gang. If you ever go to prison, right? Like, let's assume that you're caught buying like guns off the deep web and send you to prison. You join with what race that you are. So like, if fucking you get what I'm trying to say. You would go to whoever the people that look like you. That's pretty much how prison works, dude. And that's why all of them are pretty fucking racist to one another. Alright? It's the truth! Is what it is. So these are white, racist, religious front groups. World Church of the Creator. Really? Creativity movement? I want to read more about that shit, dude. We're going to have to find out for next episode. Christian Identity. Esatru, Norse paganism. We know the Ku Klux Klan is. Skinheads, Church of Jesus Christ Christian. Alright, this is just fucking beautiful. So if you look at like the black gangs, right, you've got Mandingo Warriors. No, dude, they got Mandingo Warriors. Get out of here, dude. Okay, the pages are finally working here, so I got them working around real fast.
Bruh.
Dirty White Boys. So they got like tattoos over here of like who the dirty
Oh
white boys
no.
are, but I don't really care about the dirty.
But again, this doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't. This doesn't do anything for me. This is funny. I need fucked up. I want funny. Ah. 2 hours, only 10 stories. Sure. Fuck it.
Hey everyone, and welcome to a brand new...
If I remain unimpressed, this stream ends because I'm not going to subject myself or you guys to this shit for much longer. This thing's got 15 minutes to impress me. Because that's when we hit 2 hours.
So, I recently uploaded a cryptid compilation.
Shut up. That was so perfect.
One of the hottest trends on YouTube right now is ordering these random mystery boxes from complete strangers on the deep web and opening them on camera. I don't know why I didn't realize a clear majority of these videos are fake.
I told you.
Staged for their scare
1 million
but I didn't.
dollars
It was a great idea.
in one
I hopped on the
stream.
bandwagon to claim my YouTube stardom that I desperately longed for. For those who don't know a whole lot about the deep web, it's simply a part of the internet that isn't accessible from your basic Chrome, Firefox, or Explorer search engines. You must download the encryption program Tor and the Tor browser for starters. It's not illegal to access this part of the internet, but since it is anonymous, a great deal of illegal actions happen here. The possibilities are endless. I grabbed my laptop that I've had since I graduated in 2011 and download the required programs. I prefer to use my laptop over my desktop in case of viruses and such. My 7-year-old laptop is a little more disposable. I had a little Bitcoin phase a few years ago when it was blowing up, so I had a little saved already. It wasn't much, only 1 Bitcoin, which translates to roughly $632. But it was enough for what I was looking for. After the downloads were finished,
And what were you looking for, good sir?
at the Hidden Wiki website. They provide a lot of useful links to get you started on the deep web. I scrolled through the warnings and gist of what it was, and found the links I was looking for. Almost forgot, I muttered to myself. As I grabbed the duct tape from my desk drawer, I cut a tiny square piece off the end and placed it over my webcam. Call me paranoid, but I'd rather be safe than sorry.
Yeah. Again, smart choice.
First link, and waited for what seemed like forever for the page to load. It was another very plain page with a list of popular websites that you could scroll through on the side. I continued my search through the web links until I found a page dedicated to mystery boxes. I wanted to find one around $500, so people knew I meant business on my channel. These were relatively small, staying around the 0.0125 to 0.05 Bitcoin range. I was worried about being scammed. I decided to continue my search after a quick bathroom break. When I came back, I noticed my cursor was off to the side, and was able to click on a link that must have matched the background color of the web page because I couldn't see it. I indulged in my curiosity and hit the link. I was taken to a pitch black page with small white text near the top. I'm selling one random package to anyone brave enough to receive it for only 0.12 Bitcoin or best offer. Only one, huh? I thought to myself. I'll shoot my shot. I hit the small payment button and was asked how much I'd like to spend. I entered 0.1 Bitcoin with fingers crossed. The payment went through without any hesitation, and I was instantly met with a chat box asking where I'd like my package sent. I know this wasn't a good idea, and I regret it to this day. But the other YouTube channels use their own address often, so I thought nothing of it. I gave them my home address. I waited over a month for the box to come in, 36 days to be exact. It arrived directly on my front porch and was wrapped numerous times in red tape.
Why red?
I set the camera on a tripod and adjusted it to show me and the box in this small wooden table. I draped a sheet in the background, so it looked a little more professional. I collect some gloves and scissors so I can bang the video out in one go. Hey everybody, welcome to tonight's vlog. Boy.
If only getting a video done in one go was always that easy.
Do I have a surprise for you? I continued my monologue mentioning how I got the box and how much I paid. Without wasting farther time, let's open this deep web mystery box. I grab the scissors and cut along the red tape. I make sure my gloves are on tight and I rip the box open. My brow furrows as I see just one book. Without saying a word, I take the book out of the box. I was pretty pissed I spent over $600 on a fucking book. Well folks, looks like we got us a dud. These pages better be made of gold. The outside of the book was old and tattered, and it smelled of mildew and mold. I cracked the book open to the first page and glanced over the contents. It's an old photo album. Smells of old rot. Let's look at these pictures. I show the camera a view of the page's contents. It has 4 pictures on the first page, all labeled by days. The first picture said day 1. The second, day 2, and so on. The pictures were taken with an old Polaroid camera. There were pictures of airplanes, random suitcases, a couple of taxis, and some pretty shady motels. Looks like someone's old travel photos. I continued flipping through the pages. Every day was a different photo of nature or cars or trains. Day 18 held the oddest photo yet. It was just of a mask.
But I just realized something. It took me a minute to realize it. Didn't he say that back at this time, Bitcoin was worth about $650, and he only paid zero point 0.1 Bitcoin for this box? So you didn't spend $600 for this box, bro. Math.
Handcuffs, a gag, and a bottle of some sort of drug, it looked like. These people have one hell of a fetish. I try to keep the video interesting. I zoom into the picture with the camera so everyone can see it. Around day 32, things started getting pretty weird. There was a picture of a house, but not just any house. It was the house I grew up in. My parents' house. My hand covered my mouth as I gasped for air. How is this? I'm unable to form a sentence. I'm at a loss of words. Day 33. I turn the page and see a man and a woman handcuffed and gagged. I immediately expel the contents of my stomach as I see my own mom's scared and crying face and my dad. Face first in a pile of what looked like black tar. Day 34. This photo was taken inside of what looked like a vehicle. I focus my gaze to the dashboard where a small photo is barely visible. It's an old school photo of me there in my dad's truck. Day 35. Another house, but this one is much smaller. The photo is too blurry to make out the details. My hands are trembling and all I can hear is my heartbeat pounding in my ears. I flip to the last page. I immediately throw the book to the ground and run to the window. I jiggle the hatch frantically and throw it open. Without hesitation, I jump out and run to the neighbors. As I'm running, I turn around for a brief second. What I saw haunts me to this day. A tall, hooded figure stood in my room, looking at me through the window. He stood motionless, before lifting his hand and waving. I screamed for my neighbor who hurried me inside and called the cops. I sat and just cried. I cried out of fear for my life. I cried for my parents. I cried because it was all my fault. My lack of common sense got my parents killed, and I will have to live with that forever.
Yeah, plants are alive too. But I guess plants don't feel.
Even if
So.
people on YouTube do it, most of it's not real. And always check your boxes. It would have saved me a lot of trouble if I would have noticed the box I received had no tracking sticker on it. It was hand-delivered.
That story was pretty good. Towards the end.
A few weeks ago, I was reading some articles about the dark.
The only issue with these stories is they take so long that I can't really say anything about them. Like, I can't really say anything about the story, so it's just me being quiet for like 10 minutes. That story was 9 minutes long. And I only talked for like 3 of it. If that, I think I only talked for like 2 of those minutes. It's like, that's not a very good ratio.
Well, I found it intriguing and I thought of the unknown drew me in. The fact there is so much hidden content in the dark web made me want to attempt to go on it, so I did. I found a guide on how to access the part of the internet, and I followed every step, although there were only a few. Download Tor, check. Download a VPN, check. Find .onion links, check. I thought, was that really all there was to it?
Yup.
I gained access to the deeper parts of the web through the browser Tor. It was boring at first because there wasn't too much to look at, just a blank page. I knew it wasn't like the regular web. I had to find specific links to type in. I found a wiki page full of .onion links before I got started. So, I looked through to find something interesting. I wasn't on the dark web to buy anything or do anything illegal. I just wanted to look. Curiosity got the better of me.
You know what? It might get the better of me one day, and that's probably why I only have 24 more years to live.
The links didn't have descriptions on what they were about. take my chances with whichever one I type in. I copy
How old would that make me? What, 46? I'm gonna die at the age of 46. Shit.
and paste a link that seemed a bit creepy. Maybe because I was alone and wanted to scare myself while I waited for my girlfriend to get home. I hit enter and the page loaded.
I wish I could scare myself.
White text written on the left bottom corner. It was so tiny I couldn't even read it. The text then started to slowly get bigger. Finally enough to where I could read it. Be careful what you click on. It wrote. Okay, weird, I thought.
By the way, this stream is ending after this story. Mainly because I've become obnoxiously tired. Like, I'm struggling to stay awake. And it's not because I'm even bored anymore. I'm actually kind of, into the stories. But I don't know what the hell happened. I'm just super fucking tired, and I don't know why. And I'd rather not fall asleep on stream. So, once this story is over, I am going to end the stream.
I clicked out of the link and moved on down the list of links. I copied and pasted another. The page loaded up. It was a black and red page with a text box saying, enter name. It looked like it was
Jesus Christ.
Alexa. I typed in
That was
Scott.
such a long yawn, too.
Showed up, this time saying, last name too. Okay, I know what you all think. You must be stupid to give your full name over the dark web. Yes, I know. And yes, I was. That is where it all went wrong. More, I typed into the computer. Inside, it felt a bit nervous. I was wondering why I even gave it my real name. Like, who does that? I could have entered a fake name. It looked like it was a harmless game. What could happen? Some animation started after I hit enter. It was a man chasing a woman around in a house with a knife. A body of text that said, your objective is to not get killed, Alexa. It can happen in a matter of seconds. You cannot hide from us. We will always be watching. I hated that those words sounded like they were directed at me. It was a little nerve-wracking, especially because after those words, I saw my name being typed in over the woman running from the knife, let alone my name being on the screen. I wasn't even able to control anything in the game. It was just another video I was watching, and it seemed to replay every time the woman was killed. As the video played, the woman started to look more like me. It was crazy. I was sitting there watching an animated version of myself being murdered over and over again. The last replay of the video had the woman with her legs cut off and bleeding out on the floor, and the killer left. Strange enough, more words began to appear on the screen. We're almost to you, Alexa. We can't wait to meet you. My heart began to race. What the hell was that about? It's nothing. I'm perfectly fine. I tried to close out of the page and it kept giving me an error message. I tried 3 more times. All said the same thing. Error, cannot exit. I reset my computer, hoping that it would take care of everything. I didn't pick my computer back up to check. I still felt too creeped out. I guess that's what I wanted, right? My girlfriend was supposed to get home soon, so I went downstairs to the kitchen to get dinner started. I poured myself a glass of wine to calm myself after watching myself die repeatedly. I'm never going to go back in the dark web again. That freaked me out way too much, and besides, I'm not sure if I was even using it correctly. The VPN I downloaded seemed a bit sketchy. I didn't have to pay for it, and it kept cutting in and out, leaving minutes at a time unsecured. I heard the door open, thinking it was my girlfriend. I got excited. It's been a long day and I wanted to share what had happened with her. I heard footsteps. I called out, "Honey, I'm in the kitchen." I didn't hear a voice. Normally she announces when she's home. I started to get a bit worried and walked towards the front door. It was wide open with no one there. I felt a bit of anxiety in my stomach. I ran back to the kitchen in an attempt to grab a weapon to protect myself with. I was looking for the butcher knife in the neck block. With little to no avail. That was the only knife missing. I heard footsteps again. So I grabbed one of the knives
Nigga.
and booked it upstairs. I went into my bedroom, turned the lights off, and locked the door. No one was watching you, Alexa Moore. The right thing to do. Enter your full name in the dark web and protect it. We found you in a matter of seconds. You know how quickly and how easily it was to find your location? Remember the game you played? The afraid of what was going to happen next. The next thing I knew, I was knocked cold on the floor. I woke up maybe 45 minutes later due to excruciating pain. Blood everywhere, pain, and more pain. My vision was blurry from tears. I looked down and I saw my legs torn from my body. All I could think about besides my pain was my girlfriend. Where was she? Is she alive? Couldn't see or hear anyone. I was hoping whoever did this was gone. They must have taken my limbs because I didn't see them on the floor. I started to hear the sound of faint sounds, getting louder as they came closer. A few minutes later, a rush of paramedics and police came into my room. I was lifted onto a gurney and carried downstairs. That is where I saw my girlfriend on the floor, bleeding out. Before I was taken outside into the ambulance, I saw them close their eyes. I knew what that meant. My heart broke even more inside. Once I was inside the ambulance, everything went black.
I didn't say a single fuck. I said one goddamn word that entire time. See, that's why I can't do stories like this in reactions. Because I just sit there and say nothing the entire time. But I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. I am about to fall asleep, and I don't know why. I don't know why I'm so goddamn tired, but I am. So I'm gonna have to dip. I'm not even gonna play the outro music. We're just gonna leave, honestly. Like I've already began putting my shit back. Use the how did that work out for you? How the hell did that work out for you? I mean, he is a defensive unit. I would be I'd be very surprised if he didn't do well. I actually can't leave. I've fucking cornered myself. Well, I'm gonna have to go so I can chuck the phone and tripod halfway across the room so I can actually move the table. Because I'm stuck. I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully a little bit longer, because yeah, this was just really bad.